Okay. Interior Intelligentsia coffee morning. Tommy waits in line for his morning coffee. The cute guy, Kyle, in front of him smiles at him, then comments on his car. A white Jeep?
Like Cher and Clueless. Jinx, you owe me a drink.
Cold brew?
For Kyle?
The barista puts a latte on the counter for Kyle. Kyle grabs it and before walking out, winks at Tommy.
I'm ready for Kyle.
The barista is not amused by his joke.
Okay.
Exterior, Los Angeles City Street, continuous. Tommy comes out of the cafe with his coffee in hand. Birds are chirping, the sun is shining.
I just feel like the universe is smiling at me today.
Tommy walks to his car, close up on a parking ticket on the windshield. Screechy slasher movie music.
A parking ticket. I feel so attacked.
He looks up at the signs on the pole nearby. There are 5 signs on the pole, all saying different things.
These signs are so confusing.
Tommy takes a photo of the pole overflowing with parking signs, grabs the ticket, and gets in the car. Arpi bikes by, having seen him with the parking ticket.
No parking tickets on a bicycle, air choker.
Chiron, Mr. Mayor theme music. Interior City Hall, conference room, a few minutes later. Tommy shows his parking ticket and a picture of the 5 contradictory parking signs to Mikaela.
Look at these confusing signs. It would take a degree from Harvard to figure it out, which I incidentally have.
What a way to start your Monday.
I'm going to see if Barb in operations can get this dismissed for me.
Actually, parking tickets disproportionately affect the Black and Hispanic communities. Black and brown folks are more than 3 times as likely to have licenses suspended for unpaid tickets. This might be a great opportunity for the mayor's office to score some points. I'll draw up a proposal.
Neil and Jayden enter.
Good morning, sir. Okay, Disney Concert Hall has been named one of Condé Nast's 10 most reflective buildings.
Mikaela points her remote at the screen and an image of Disney Concert Hall appears.
Oh, that's great.
No, it's a list of buildings most likely to cause spontaneous combustion.
We're looking into a reflective coating.
Mikaela uses her remote again and a video of a falcon flying around a soccer stadium appears.
Ollie, he's the falcon that flies around at the beginning of every LAFC game. PETA is protesting.
This one, Peter was just throwing ketchup at ladies' fur coats.
Bank of California Stadium. A guy took me on a date there once. We eat in the supporter section, which means you stand the whole time. My back was killing me. That date cost me $300 in chiropractic visits. Note to self, delete Bumble.
They spelled bank with a C. Everyone wants to be original with their spelling. When did normal spelling stop being enough?
Summer 1996. Disambiguation became essential with the rise of an online presence.
Arpi enters, her messenger bag slung over her shoulder.
Sir, do you know how many women get yeast infections and UTIs from wearing yoga pants for non-yoga activities?
What's a non-yoga activity?
No, Pilates, spin, CrossFit.
No, I think she means brunch, shopping for raw cashew butter at Erewhon, following the housekeeper around, making sure she keeps the Korean skin products away from the artisanal lactic acid peel.
Exactly.
I'm guessing it's a lot.
The answer is no one knows because Big Lycra is covering it up. That's why I'm introducing preventing unnecessary post-workout urinary tract and yeast infections from yoga pants to get to the bottom of this epidemic.
She pulls out a binder with poo-pooey pants on it.
Oh God, not another epidemic. We're not even out of the pandemic.
Burying your head in the sand doesn't make disease go away. It just gives you tunga penetrans.
I think I got that from a prostitute in Monaco on Prince Rainier's yacht.
It's sand mites.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Orly has just walked in.
Ew, Dad.
What are you doing here, sweetie?
Didn't you watch my TikTok? School is canceled because someone mixed up the quinoa with cauliflower rice, and now all the gluten-free students have to do a kale cleanse.
Well, no problem. This will give me some quality time with my bae.
Ugh, Dad, baby's girlfriend. I'm gonna go study.
Orly leaves.
Sir, I will take you to traffic court. Tommy, you visit Councilwoman Dawson. Jayden, Councilman Keuku. Arpi will spearhead Poopy Pants.
And get a new name for it.
Interior, City Hall, continuous. Jayden chases after Mikaela.
Mikaela, slow down. Please don't make me visit Kiyuki. He always makes me take my shoes off. And I know this will probably come as a shock to you, but my feet do not smell good.
As completely unsurprising as that is, we really need Kayuki's support if we're going to push this parking signage proposal through. I'm not so proud of this, but I sometimes struggle with foot odor. Look at the bottom right drawer of my desk. I have some foot spray.
Interior, City Hall, Mikaela's office. Jayden looks in Mikaela's drawer for the foot spray. He sprays it, then sprays a bit more, liking the smell. Then he gets really close to the nozzle and inhales. He is now huffing. A thud as he crashes onto Mikaela's couch. Interior, traffic court. A traffic court judge listens to a man's story.
Your Honor, I couldn't understand the parking signs. Every sign seemed to be the opposite of the other signal. So then the tickets piled up, and because I couldn't pay them, they took my license away. I know, I shouldn't have been driving without a license, but my two daughters can't take the bus to school. If my car is impounded, I won't be able to get to work.
Hector Rivera holds up a wallet photo of his two young daughters.
As much as my uterus aches for those adorable girls, I'm sorry, Mr. Rivera, but my hands are tied. The law is the law. We're going to have to impound your car.
The judge bangs her gavel.
Next.
Mikaela nudges the mayor.
This is the kind of hardworking citizen we could help if we streamlined LA parking signs and made them less confusing.
You're right, Mikaela. I mean, I haven't parked my own car since the mid-'70s, but it does seem like a lot of people struggle with it. Let's help the Hector Riveras of LA.
Interior, Councilwoman Dawson's office. Tommy meets with Councilwoman Letitia Dawson.
Councilwoman Dawson, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. The mayor would love for you to get on board to help the people in your district. Did you know that Black and brown folks are
3 times more
Interrupts
likely
him. Sorry.
3 times more likely to have their licenses suspended due to unpaid parking tickets? I'm absolutely on board.
wonderful?
I just need one thing from your office. My ex is marrying the woman he cheated on me with on Saturday, and there's a pothole that really needs to get fixing outside of their church.
She gestures to a ripped in half photo of her ex with devil horns drawn on that has clearly been used as a dartboard target.
I can absolutely make that happen. Consider the jackhammer scheduled.
Pleasure doing business with you.
They shake hands. He pulls out his parking ticket.
Oh, one more thing. Do you think you could help me with this? I mean, I don't want to misuse my privilege, but $73 on what I make, that's most of my Equinox membership for a month.
Let me see what I can do.
She pulls out her magnifying glass to read his ticket, then flips it over.
Wait, why did you write call me Kyle 310-555-6047 on the back? Just like on the SAT, the parking office doesn't like stray marks.
Tommy grabs the ticket back from her and looks at the handwriting. Cut to exterior intelligentsia office earlier that morning. Kyle walks out of the cafe and grabs a ticket off another car and scrawls his name and number on the back of it, then puts it on Tommy's windshield. Back to interior Councilwoman Dawson's office.
This isn't even for my car. Well, this has been a very productive meeting indeed. Thanks, Councilwoman.
Interior City Hall, Mikaela's office. Jayden wakes up on Mikaela's couch, not sure exactly what happened. He checks himself in her mirror, then interior City Hall. Jayden walks down the hall.
Say a rest is as good as a vacation.
Interior Councilman Kayuki's office continuous. Jayden knocks on Councilman Kayuki's door.
Councilman Kiyuki, good morning, sir.
When Kayuki sees that it's Jayden, he puts on a World War I style gas mask. Jayden takes his shoes off and the councilman has a confused look on his face, then takes the gas mask off, sniffs a few times and realizes Jayden's feet don't stink. Jayden, you must be changing your socks more often.
I'll only turn them inside out once before washing now. Thanks for seeing me on such short notice. The mayor's office would like your support for the new initiative streamlining parking signs.
I can make that happen on one condition. You know my daughter Stephanie, she wants to sing the national anthem at the Kings game.
You got it.
Cut to interior Staples Center. Stephanie Kiyuki sings the national anthem and one of the glass panels on the edge of the rink shatters. Back to interior Councilman Kiyuki's office.
Hope we don't get any more angry letters from Kings fans.
Interior Tommy's office. Tommy smiles as he texts Kyle. He tries to take a sexy selfie. And when he looks at the result, realizes Orly is in the background. He jumps and tosses his phone on the couch, surprised.
What are you doing here? Did you see that? Tell me you didn't see that.
See what?
Oh, good.
A grown man making a duck face at work?
Can we just agree that you didn't see me texting, and I won't tell anyone that your school is not canceled today?
How did you know my school isn't really canceled today?
Well, first of all, you just told me, but also cauliflower rice is gluten-free, so I knew you made that up. What's really going on?
It's Mother-Daughter Day at Gregory. Every year, everyone else's mom comes in and I'm just alone. I mean, one year I tried to pass our housekeeper off as my mom, but everyone figured it out when they got a look at her.
Orly shows a picture of her Korean housekeeper.
She looks more like my mom. If my mom went out in the sun and didn't carry an umbrella everywhere she goes.
I hate the parent gender limiting system.
She storms out. Interior press briefing room. Jayden and the mayor hold a press conference.
I'm proud to announce that parking signage will be streamlined for simplicity from here on out. Clear signs, fewer tickets for Angelinos.
All the press people clamor to ask questions. The mayor points at the first reporter.
Well, how will people explain they're late if one of their prime excuses is taken away?
Don't be late. Next question.
Parking signs provide 46% of the shade on Los Angeles city streets. What will the city be doing to ensure the temperature doesn't rise with all the new sunlight?
I really need to start bringing my chief of staff to these press pools. We'll launch an inquiry about that.
I just learned to park. What am I going to do with that new skill now?
Well, you still need to park. We're just making the restrictions less confusing.
What will I post to my Instagram stories if there's no crazy signs to make fun of?
You'll just have to go back to latte art.
Interior signage department office. A sign department is pissed because they don't want sign output to be reduced.
That Mayor Bremer thinks he can just waltz into City Hall and take away our signs. Next thing you know, we'll be out of a job. I'm going to go give him a piece of my mind.
She marches over to interior city hall mayor's office. Sign department employee bursts in, ready for a fight. Arpi is on the couch, making moaning sounds and breathing like she's in labor as a blindfolded man massages her vaginal area under a towel.
Mayor Bremer, I'm from the sign department.
Deputy Mayor Meskimen.
Maybe I should come back later.
No need, just keeping my feminine parts healthy and infection-free with oming, orgasmic meditation. Anders is my practitioner. This is completely non-sexual and therefore appropriate workplace behavior. But I can see you'd be more comfortable if I put my pants on. Anders, let's reconvene in a bit.
Anders bows, throws a towel over his shoulder, and licks his finger as he steps out.
A fellow Omer? Great to meet you, Deputy Mayor. I've been oming ever since my ayahuasca journey in the Sacred Valley of Peru in 1977. It's been totally commodified by the for-profit spirituality industry, but I still find the practice to be essential.
So great to meet you.
Sarita Malika.
What can I do you for?
With the mayor's announcement, signage will be reduced, but parking signs account for 75% of the signage output of our department. If we lose that, what's going to happen to us? We don't want to be downsized.
I'm so glad you came to see me. Not to worry. The office has a new yoga pants initiative that requires signs. Your job is safe.
Interior, City Hall. Tommy catches the mayor as he exits the press briefing.
Sir, a moment. It's actually about Orly.
Exterior, City Street, lunchtime. A huge group of protesters march with signs. Stop budget cuts. Save Komodo dragon comfort animals. As Tommy, Jayden, and Mikaela walk back to the office with their to-go lunches.
Komodo dragon comfort animals?
They're surprisingly cuddly and a lot less allergenic than dogs.
Oh no, this is a PR disaster.
God, you say that twice a week.
Maybe because we have at least 2 a week. Anyway, we have to find another way to make up the budget shortfall.
Interior, Gregory School that afternoon. The mayor meets with Miss Adams.
We don't take playing hooky lightly here at Gregory.
I'm the first one who'll say I don't condone playing hooky unless it's a really hot blonde is picking you up in her convertible and her parents won't be home until the end of the weekend. Not that I know from experience. But Orly wasn't playing hooky. She had a very natural reaction to Mother-Daughter Day.
I had forgotten that your wife passed away.
She comes around to sit on the chair next to him and takes his hand.
If you ever need someone to sit with you in silent solidarity, call anytime between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m.
I'm fine. It has been 8 years, but I do think the school should rename Mother-Daughter Day, Parent-Daughter Day, and encourage whatever parent the students want to bring.
It's true. We do have a number of two-father households. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Mayor Bremer. This absence will be expunged from Orly's records.
Thank you. And let's not mention this little meeting to Orly.
She does a little lip sipping and throws away the key.
Mum's the word. And here's my private cell.
Thanks. I really should get back downtown. We're having a bit of a budget crisis. Oh, that's off the record, of course.
Interior, City Hall that night. The team works to try to find a way to make up the budget shortfall.
Spitballing ideas to make up the budget shortfall, go.
My neighbors are always posting on Nextdoor about the wild peacocks. Charge people to pet the peacocks.
Sorry. Peacocks can spread disease and are quite aggressive. I think the lawsuits would eat up any revenue from that.
The city spends over $40 million a year on branded coffee for city employees. By switching to generic, we could slash that in half.
Well, not that I would ever drink the coffee in this building, but morale would plummet. We wouldn't want to have a repeat of the 08 crisis. Ugh.
Cut to Interior, City Hall 2008. A fight breaks out between city employees hoarding Keurig cups. Back to Interior, City Hall at night.
Oh, we could switch all city light bulbs to high efficiency.
We tried that in 97. Employees started actually taking their PTO to get away from the unflattering light.
The cleaning crew comes in and they clearly need the team to leave so they can properly do their job.
Looks like we're in the way. Let's go to Bottega Louie. They're open late and we all need to eat. Dinner's on me.
Thank you, sir. But also please retract from any mention of spending your personal funds on staff dinners.
Interior, Bottega Louie restaurant, a little while later. The team tries to figure out the answer, to no avail.
Reduce library hours? Everyone reads on their tablet now anyway.
At this point, libraries are the only bathrooms available to the homeless.
Eventually, the restaurant staff is just waiting on their table to completely close up.
We should find somewhere else to go. These folks want to go home.
So do I. Although ever since my ant farm died, home is a very sad place.
Nothing's open at this hour. This is Los Angeles.
Exterior, Bottega Louie restaurant continuous. Neil hails a cab and they all pile in.
Just take us anywhere that's open.
Jayden sits on Mikaela's lap. He eats his spaghetti bolognese messily and sauce splatters everywhere. Exterior, Jumbo's Clown Room, a few minutes later. The cab stops in a strip mall that contains Jumbo's Clown Room. Jumbo's is open till 4 if you tip well. They all take a deep breath.
This doesn't leave our circle of 5.
Interior, Jumbo's Clown Room, a few minutes later. A pasty-wearing dancer approaches the table and starts swinging her tassels in Tommy's face.
Rebecca, you're muted.
Did you come here to relax, honey?
Barking up the wrong tree. Didn't the perfectly exfoliated skin and Ferragamo footwear give it away?
He means no thanks. Jayden probably brought small bills.
I never carry cash anymore ever since I got mugged outside my church's bingo night. Those bingo ladies do not like to lose.
Cut 2, exterior bingo hall. 2 cardigan-wearing, white-haired bingo ladies mug Jayden for his winnings. Back to Jumbo's Clown Room. The dancer looks at the other options of who to dance for at the table. She goes over to the mayor.
Well, you look like you brought some cash. My mother always said at work, age equals beauty.
She gestures to her mother, a slightly older woman dancing for an ancient man in the corner, who has his oxygen tank with him and is shakily putting a $20 bill in her bikini. The dancer starts tickling the mayor. He's loving the attention and starts motorboating her.
How is it that I've never been here before?
Sir, as your chief of staff, I really need to remind you that any one of these people in here could capture this with their phone camera, and that would absolutely tank our administration.
The dancer gives up.
I'll send a waitress over to take your drink orders.
Maybe I'm just not cut out to be mayor. Every time I try to solve a problem, it just creates a bigger problem. No one is ever happy.
Arpi finishes sending a text, then stands up.
Don't say that, sir. Everything will look better in the light of day.
She leaves.
That was really sweet of Arpi. Don't you think, Mikaela?
Yes, sir.
They look out the window to the parking lot where Anders is greeting her. He then kisses down her body toward her crotch.
Or alternatively, Deputy Mayor Miskimen is about to get some.
Arpi gets on Anders' motorcycle and they speed off.
But she's not wrong. Maybe it's time to call it a night and see what we can figure out tomorrow.
Interior, City Hall, the next morning.
Good morning, sir. I have some bad news. I looked into it further, and the city bylaws state that 31% of the city budget must come from parking ticket revenue. It was put into place by Chief of Police Daryl Gates.
Wasn't he the one who retired after the Rodney King beating?
Yes. That was about the time when Klan membership lists were released and the LAPD had a few too many members.
Now that would be a PR disaster.
So, this whole operation was a bust. The Hector Riveras of our city will continue bearing the brunt of unfair, racist parking policies.
Arpi enters with a huge hickey on her neck.
No one is more upset about that than I and my constituency, sir. But I think if we put the finishing touches on Poopy Pants, we can actually increase city revenue and score big points with the yoga community, which last I checked is most of the city.
Exterior, Liberation Yoga later. The mayor speaks at a podium outside a yoga studio. Arpi is now wearing a scarf around her neck to hide her hickey.
I want to thank the Deputy Mayor Miskimen for teaching me that despite the corruption of City Hall, we can still make a small difference in the lives of people who need our help. Which is why today we are announcing the launch of Joining as City Officials for Feminine Health.
A banner unfurls that reads, "Jack off," JACOFF. And the mayor cringes. He covers the microphone and whispers to Mikaela.
How did we not catch that?
Then back to the crowd.
And Angelinos who have lost their driver's licenses due to unpaid parking tickets We'll have them reinstated if they follow a payment plan and do community service.
Everyone claps and cheers enthusiastically. Interior Squirrel Brunch Restaurant. A table of women eating brunch. Brunch girl nods to one of the new signs that says, "Get some air down there," with an awkward diagram of the female anatomy. At the next table, Tommy and Kyle feed each other egg white and broccoli omelets.
Ew, I don't want to think about my vag while I'm eating pancakes.
You eat carbs?
Oh, these are keto.
Interior Mayor's residence. That night, the mayor is on the couch watching Buying It Blind.
Oh, she's gonna hate that bathroom.
Orly enters.
I know I give you a hard time, Dad, but I saw that initiative you're doing to lower female infections. I think it's really cool that you're doing something to help women.
Thanks, honey.
Can I watch with you?
He moves his papers and she sits down next to him.
Oh, she's gonna hate that bathroom.
Well, you know, they always renovate.
She puts her head on his shoulder. Interior Signage Department office the next day.
Everyone, now that we have increased sign orders, we're hiring a new employee. Welcome aboard, Mr. Rivera.
The sign department is hiring Hector Rivera, the man from traffic court whose car was impounded for failing to pay tickets and driving without a license. Interior Church. Councilwoman Dawson's ex is getting married. Crazy, loud jackhammering from outside. Do you, Shauna, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? Exterior Church. A construction crew jackhammers the street. A just married adorned car is parked in front of a sign that says tow away, no parking, road work. This is the same car Kyle took the ticket off, and it is now being towed. As the tow truck drags it away, the cans rattle and the groom runs out of the church. Oh, hey, wait, that's my car. Councilwoman Dawson sits across the street in her car watching.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
She smiles, puts her sunglasses on, and drives in the opposite direction. End of episode.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Good
Love
job, Harmony.
Thanks.
Yay!
That was fun.
I'm glad you thought it was fun. I know some people have to go, so
Yes.
if you have to go, don't feel bad. I know some people actually have something else they want to do on Saturday night besides this. But thank you for being here. And if you do want to stay and you want to ask any questions or congratulate any of these amazing